buddy. If I offer an alliance as a straight up 50 boost. I think enforcing peace on Castile is quite close. Unfortunately, I'm in a position where I don't have any claims on you, for one. Let's fabricate that Andalusian claim, because I really want that. Gotta secure Sevilla for myself. Okay, forget the Pope then, because I need my free diplomats at the moment. And I need my ships to transport this bunch of folk back. And probably this bunch as well. Ottomans need to get rid of rebels before moving capital. You're right, you can't move capital whilst you have rebels in your land. So the follow-up question is, do you have any rebels, Ottoman? Yeah, they got Bulgarian gnats. In fact, I can see them right there. Whoa, okay. They wasted no time integrating Portugal then. I don't know what you're looking for from the Maya, but I better beat your ass silly before you get it. Now, we've already integrated everyone, and there's nobody else we will be integrating for a while, or ever. Time to become friendless, I suppose. But what do I need? I gotta flesh out some ideas, and I need to get admin tech 18. So in a sense, I need everything. But we'll drop focus from Diplo and have everything balanced out then. And since I'm gonna be fighting, yeah, I suppose it's got to be military. Get those aristocrats back in power. Get that 10% morale. A 1, a 2, a 3. Yeah. And we'll excommunicate Castile when we go to war. No, I can't do that anymore because I don't have the Pope in my back pocket. Shame. But now this Pope might have other people that he hates. Okay, I need to get that alliance on the go. Still got a truce to the Otto-Turk for 8 more years or so. And I hope this is going to be enough troops to take care of Castile. Because we have tech parity, and they have offensive. Oh wow, okay. My 100,000 men not looking so hot anymore. Let's bring these folks over too. Really don't care what he does for the rest of me, but having revolts around the area could be troublesome too. Especially since Judea is all up in arms. Good enough. Influence, enforce peace, Maya. Go. We assume leadership. And we're going to have to win more battles. Quite a lot more battles. We outnumber them, but not by too much. And bear in mind I'm still spread out quite a bit here. And I hope they don't come for my colony here, because that'll be a free battle for them. So what do I have to do? Well, holding the mountains would be a good start. And not lose 200 ducats. Maybe that's asking too much. Oh, of course they would come for me there. But that gives me an opportunity to go on the offensive. Especially in provinces which I know are fairly mountainous. How are your leaders? 5-4? Yeah, 5-4. Significantly better than mine. But I just need to beat you down in Iberia, and that I can do, especially if your forces are spread out. And it looks like you're keen to spread out. Right, I know what he's doing. He's trying to circle around and get to my Aragonese stack. But I will not allow you the pleasure. You want to hold in Burgos? That's fine by me. That's your forces essentially split in half. I will divide and I will conquer. Yeah. It's a good day to be me. Okay, you run to Porto. You go, girl. You may back yourself up with that 30 stack, but it'll be too little too late if you do. Maybe I shouldn't be running on 4 speed. That's a very Bane thing to do. Let's wait for us to actually get our siege tick before doing such silly things. And then we wipe. Now we get ticking war score for all this. Don't know why I'm focusing on Madrid here, I just feel the need to take it, like an obligation. Jake, when Art of War comes out, you should play Revolutionary France. Okay. Sure, buddy. I'll do whatever you say. What a joke nation you are, Castile. Not even a Spaniard. I'll drop behind just enough to keep this siege going, and because it's a level 2 fort, that's practically nothing, and we will make our march on our rightful clay. How about revolutionary foi? Now you're talking my language. Hey? The aggressive behaviour of Lombard South Africa has provoked a conflict with a neighbouring power. Why would I not want to endorse their behaviour? Probably gives them some kind of casus belli on me. I mean, they've already got one. Leader maneuver +2, grand. But I think it's only naval leaders. Didn't take time to read because reading isn't American. Come on, occupy it. Try your best. Revolutionary Ryukyu. Oh wow, you minced me. Congratulations. Alright, we'll hold that then. Where are you going to run to? Probably south. I'd rather take Madrid. Don't know why I feel so compelled to take it. But it's just crying out to me. Yeah. Ain't gonna be your capital this time, buddy. Give me Andalusia. Do you have any friends? Just Austria. Well, you ain't gonna be friends for much longer. So I'll get ticking war score from all these battles, because I've won, oh well, when I win most of the battles. Who's letting me down? Just Maya. Typical. And I want Andalusia, and you've given me an opportunity that I cannot turn down to take these Portuguese lands. In fact, I could release Portugal and get them back. Free of charge, or free of aggressive expansion. And it would only cost me diplomacy to suckle them back in. Yeah! Oh jeez, this is embarrassing. We're meant to be equal footing on tech here. Why are you just melting? Somebody just asked if I'll make Portugal my vassal. It's just suddenly become a good idea. However, they... Okay, they lost their Berber cores because it was the wrong culture. Hold on, no, I'm looking at the wrong mode here. Oh, I don't want to release them with Casablanca and that province. Probably not then. Although I could release Portugal. As in release them from Castile. Nah, you know what? Nobody cares when you take Castilian provinces. Castile and Aragon and France care. France caring might be an issue, but as long as France is hostile towards me, he's not going to join a coalition. Mind you, that might change when he gets a ton of aggressive expansion. Well, you know what, live fast, die young. My provinces are being very good not to revolt against me. What do I take? I'll take his capital, and yeah, I want Andalusia as well. Once we clear up his troops there, I'll take that. Clear you up for Andalusia. Casablanca only had 2 years left on the core, you say? 21 and 20. Wow, okay. Guess I'll release Portugal then. Funny the way things work out sometimes. Unless your name is Castile. What an unfortunate nation. Manly Mantua, huh? You're part of my core area. I'd quite like you to get manpower, since that's a little lacking for me. 2 base stacks though. No, manpower. That stack's broken and it'll run, but it just gives me another battle to win. Somebody asks why I'm wiping Castile so easily. You know what? I don't know. My only military idea is on the sea. Oh, defensive. So I get 15 for military drill. Another bunch for army tradition, not to mention my... Okay, next battle we have will compare morale. The Battle of the Yellows. But his generals are better than mine. I hate that in low quality you can't tell what's Castile and what's Girona. Genoa. Too bad. Why not choose base tax? Manpower is a bit of an issue. Because so much of my land is overseas and I'm getting no manpower from it. And I get no manpower from these trade companies at all. Andalusia is going to cost a bomb. I probably wouldn't even be able to get Andalusia plus Lisboa. But I gotta control Sevilla. Yeah, I'm just going to have to take the trade efficiency hit there because sod the alternative to plus 10 revolt risk. But you need more money. You're right, I do need a lot more money. But I'm working on that one. My money is ticking up. I'm not spending quite so much on advisors for once. And I'm not a million above my support limit. Whose fleet was that? Do I still have these single ships dotted around? Because I don't want them there anymore. You have become useless to me. I have everything I need in the Americas. Did that count as a battle? No, but something else did. Alright, Toledo's down. Alright, this will be a fairly fair fight. I've got 10,000 more troops, but they've got a pretty damn good general. Well, whoever said I play fair. Our Tuat has grown large enough to be self-sustaining. Yeah, he's using his forced march to try... Okay, here we go. So I have 1.5 more morale than him. Why? Oh yeah, my power projection gives me plus 10%. But he gets 10 from his Spanish traditions. Aristocrat's military drill is 25. So that's something unfair I have over him. I've got an advisor, army tradition, prestige. But he has army tradition. His prestige isn't that bad. Well, I guess I'm just too good. That said, he's kind of mincing me. Let's back that up. Folks are a bit worse for wear. Take cover. The rest of you run away whilst I figure out... Jeez. Andalusia costs that much. Lisboa is going to be even more. So I should focus on taking Valencia. No, Valencia is going to be equally as expensive as Andalusia. I think they're both going to be 54 because they're coastal. Yeah. Gutting. Still, I can try for it. DDRJ culture convert Africa. I've already done enough culture converting down there, thanks. Where are you running to? Probably Aragon, then Valencia. Yeah. I got your number. Shame they got a tick there. And probably good defense in Valencia. Yeah. But like I said, I'm just too good. Okay, this is drinking our manpower silly. Where are you going to run to? Probably Algarve or... Probably Algarve. Intercept. And hold down Valencia. Badajoz, so they're either going to go to Lisboa or Algarve. To be honest, I should hedge my bets. Algarve. That general there's doing a number on me, but wow, okay. Stack wiped. Feeling the pain of no general here. I don't want to spend my points, heavens no. Mighty Doge can take it. Okay, he won't get a tick here. Oh. He got the tick. But he has no leader there for some reason. Probably because he was constantly moving, he couldn't assign one still. I must have gotten some really lucky rolls to begin with, because I'm getting minced now. Right, you run north. I will chase you north. See, I figured I got a revolt there because I was changing its religion, but no, the religion was already changed. Give it up. You can't win. You can, however, cost me an arse ton of manpower. I'm being told to be careful of my manpower. That's okay. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. So yeah, I got plenty from battles, but occupation, just not giving me much. Because all their colonial nations count into it as well. And Maya being fully occupied isn't helping issues. You not backing yourself with cannons really hurt you there. So if I can't get Valencia, I should make a move for the coastline like Granada. Wow, if I 100%ed you I could get it, but there's no way I'll be able to 100% you. I should really just settle for Andalusia. And all your money. And maybe Granada and Almeria while I'm at it. Yeah. Copenhagen, you monster! Jake, Portugal's cores in North Africa. They have indeed gone. I will. I'll get rid of Portugal after this. Oh, I need to get rid of your alliance with Austria, don't I? That's going to drive it up for getting Granada and Almeria. I could balls to walls assault it. Because who needs manpower? Yep, who needs manpower? Oh, a well-timed breach. Well, I'm not going to get more than Granada with this, so I'll settle for Granada. All's well that ends in my occupation. I wonder if you can hear the ice cream parlor, the ice cream van outside. But I want Granada, and I need you to get rid of your Austrian alliance. Without the Austrian alliance, France will probably see you as weaker, and they will gun you down. So, what do I do? Send the big boys there, send the little guys to do the old carpet siege and drive up his desire for peace. That should work. Unless I lose these battles, which loses me 6 war score for not enough battles won. That would be an embarrassment. There we go. He likes that. And I get reduced aggressive expansion because it was a defensive war. Perfect. Now I can release Portugal, and we'll get them their cores back. Which means I'll have to eventually annex Portugal again, but that's okay. Portugal gets only 1 province, and it'll be glorious Catholic. And the rest of you folks, well, we have a little problem in Hamid. Easy. Why didn't Jake go for Lisbon and Porto? Here's the thing, I can get those aggressive expansion free when I return them to Portugal. And now you say, oh, never mind. Well, now you know. Could be prudent to rely on mercenaries for a little while, but I ain't got time to be a prude. Four lazy merchants sitting in a row. Might as well at least try to get some good relations with France. We are, after all, bordering Catholics. You, though, I need you ground to dust. Oh, and Maya? Our alliance doesn't exist anymore. I'll still improve relations, because that I may have to do that again in the future. Yeah, the game plan was to wreck Castile very early, like the opening 50 to 70 years, but obviously that didn't work. I'm glad I was able to take them out this way. Jake, free colonist, free diplomats. I got no use for the colonist right now. No use at all. Going military still. Not too happy with your growing power there, and the lack of princes means I'm going to lose my integrity soon, which is very important in keeping revolt risk down. And those cores will be expiring as well. Improve relations with the Pope, great idea. Oh yeah, these guys. Jake, can you show the HRE map mode? There it is in all its splendor. The AI never seems to like adding provinces to the Empire, though. Just removing them. Even removing them, France has no intention of doing that. They just want to slide their gammy little finger into the HRE. I'll get everything I need off of France. Trading is our lifeblood. I might as well get some fleets on the go. I've been neglecting that. But if I want to pool that trade around Africa, I'm going to need to invest pretty heavily in these. I know there are better ships around the corner, but I can keep the worst ships and the better ships. There's not much of a malice to doing that. I should also really regroup these trade ships. Unless they're privateering, I want them at my command. In fact, even the privateering ships, let's just get them all back and sort these beggars out. You folks, you're both doing... could it even tell me what you're doing? Probably Antwerpen. And you? Probably doing Bordeaux. Where, wow, we have the majority, okay. For the rest of my ships? Yeah, all of you. We'll sort you out over here. We gotta get those shackles, they're so important. That's what this game is all about. Remember, this is just a boring trade game. This is what Genoa does when it goes out to trade. Bessarabia's there taunting me, but I don't think it's as important. Still got our maximum PP, but no longer from privateering against Castile. We got a fair bit of that from doing Bordeaux, and I think we should keep that going. So I'll make a 20 stack doing Bordeaux. And a 20 stack doing Sevilla. I know it's the trade node where I control, but at least I get points from doing it. Actually, first we should see what we get for doing more of Bordeaux. Not enough off Castile. They've got 35% of that power, and PP is very important. I know I'm already well above capped for PP, but gotta think about those shekels. That's much better. Pardon me. I'm getting plenty off of doing Antwerpen. Jake, the UI is bad on that. I tend to rename my fleet so I know what they're doing. Portugal still has some colonial nations. Did you vassalize them inside the war or the war itself? Although it says Portuguese Brazil, it belongs to Castile. You know, I thought overseas nations broke free when you vassalized the overlord, but well, there you go. Either that's changed, the AI had a way around it, or something completely different. So now, I already have most of the power in Genoa and Venice. Really, I'm missing out by not doing anything in Ragusa. Crimea just doesn't have much appeal, so let's transfer your trade power using the Crimean gentleman. And maybe I can push Constantinople over to Ragusa as well. And I'll get you pretty much, well, half of you then. Protect our trade in Ragusa. How does that work out for us? Well, it would help if you went the correct way. There we go. Tons of shekels over here. Mind you, we could do with more power in Ragusa. That can be arranged. I could establish a trade post. We'll give it a go. See how it works out for us. That trade power massively increases our power from that province. But I feel like I just don't have enough. Or maybe everyone else has too much. The Hansa in particular. It's all these little OPMs sending their merchants down for the wee 20. It's a little gutting. So what if I just sent all my ships there, because I can't think of other places where they could do much more good. I already have tons of power in Constantinople. Yeah, you know what? It's all about the Ragusa. You guys get together and join up for it. Whilst we continue to remove the Orthodox, showing that I don't need the religious ideas. I have 5 intolerance there. It's pretty heavy hitting intolerance on Constantinople. We'll get our troops over there. You folks join up and protect that Ragusan trade. Wait, I'm falling into a trap here. Why do I even care about Ragusa? It's not much money compared to the kind of shekels I should be pulling in from Africa. My influence in Timbuktu is small, but if I take Timbuktu itself, it'll be enormous. And from there I can push all this trade around. Heavens knows I got the power here. I got the power here and I'm not doing anything with it either. Because I never took that province. Good old trade. I reckon I'd be doing myself a favour if I pushed it to the Ivory Coast. And although I collect there, if I send down my fleet to aid with the collecting, I'll probably make more money out of it that way. I just recall that merchant completely because other people are pushing it for me. Ideally, I'd like to push towards Timbuktu, but I'll need to, you know, take Timbuktu. So we'll do just that. Probably make one hell of a party out of it since they have a whole bunch of land I want. I want that gold too. That gold. Castile can take the rest. What's it called? Ivory Coast? Yeah. Bear in mind, everyone, go home when we go to war. Good. And I'm making more fleets to sort all that rubbish out. Get a claim on Timbuktu and take it. Surprisingly high base tax there. Maybe they got agricultural development. Serbia, friendless, but I don't want you to be taken by the Ottomans. Prestige from naval battles. Sure, shoehorn in a bunch of useless in with this stuff. And you've still got your capital there, probably because of these Bulgarian gnats. You won't give me military access because you hate me. Jake, why you take Konya and not Karaman? Karaman is the Ottoman capital. I will take it, but I need good opportunity to do so. 3 years before I can go back to war with them. Oh god, Portugal, whatever you do, don't colonize. I don't want to deal with your colonies. In fact, can you even colonize? You won't have the range for anything. No, you'll probably go for something like Sierra Leone, if you can't reach anything else. Well, my hope is that you won't be able to afford anything. And the AI won't colonize unless they have about 8 ducats monthly income. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get that. Jake, are you getting a lot of trading good bonuses? What have we got? Just wine, slaves, ivory and coffee at the moment, but we will have more. Serbia. It's not ideal, but we'll take that. Gain 2 mercantilism. Bit useless considering I've already maxed out mercantilism, but I don't want to lose it, that's the thing. Especially not for trade steering, you know what? Great Britain can... Yeah. Nothing of decent quality could come from this backwater upstarts. You still got your alliance with France. Just got on the stream, Jake. Can I see the new world? Asks someone. Well, you can see what I see. Pretty typical. The only thing that's unusual is that Great Britain's actually making some good headway for once. Well, if you call that good headway. Okay, good. With all this admin, I can build the great Cathedral of Constantinople. Bearing in mind I need 10.5. I get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.5. Yeah, with good positive stability I'll be able to convert you without religious ideas. You heard it right, folks. Converting Constantinople without religious ideas. Now we've got our claim on Timbuktu. Maybe I should make my move on it since they don't seem to be building many buildings of their own on it. And I'm all about building the buildings. How best to fight Mali? I'd rather keep my crusade for the Ottomans. But boy do I want Timbuktu. None of these are colonies, they won't make a move on them. If I just get my troops in place in the Gold Coast, about 40 stacks should do it. With good composition, it shouldn't be an issue. You know what, I got too many cannons here if such a thing's even possible, so 18,000 with 18,000 mercs. Now your chance to get more mercenaries is, among other things, based on your prestige. So good prestige really works in your favour. There we go. Is there an obvious reason I'm missing that you're prioritising converting Orthodox provinces, Jake? Yeah, they're easier to do than the other ones. And I want to make sure I don't have to worry about revolts in this area to begin with. You know, I'm going to regret building that cathedral in Constantinople since I'm going to want a post office and a customs house there anyway. To really max out on the bonus there. But I'll worry about that later. Regret ain't for me. Let's take our rightful land, Timbuktu. Jake, are you really going to stand for Great Britain having land close to you in Africa? That's the plan. If I didn't want other people to have land near me in Africa, I wouldn't have left the gaps. But I left the gaps because it's all set up for something. In fact, I don't even have to wait to show you. Where is it? Here we go. Here's a good example. No, it's not a good example. 75% extra goods produced because I'm a Merchant Republic and I trade in the same trade node. I haven't seen this before. There's room at the Naval Academy for a new instructor, and the Chancellor has asked us to suggest a course of study for the sailors. Where should we direct the energies of the curriculum? Yeah, maintenance. I think that's more exciting. Alright, once all these ships are built, I'm going to engage in a much larger shipbuilding program. Right, honestly, buddy, I just want Timbuktu. I don't want any of this crap. I'm fairly certain there are no other big centres of trade or the like. Huh? I have no provincial oh, of course, it's all propagated. And you've got most of the Timbuktu because of Timbuktu. I should have no problem here then. Jake, what does ship durability do? It's the same as... I don't know. I was going to say it's the same as discipline, but for boats, but it's not quite like that. Castile guaranteed Mali? That's horrible. But I did break your alliance. This could be a pretty good opportunity to break Castile, but I would need to get my troops in order. But if Castile becomes war leader, then I'm going to have to separate peace. Or use trade dispute, which is show superiority. What a bummer. I didn't ask for that. Oh well. If you want to fight, I'll give you a fight. Give me a chance to get my my land back from Portugal too. Jake, give us the nukes. Does nobody have any patience around here? Unfortunately, I'm going to lose a ton of war score for losing Portugal's province. Unless I defend it myself. Defend it myself, eh? That sounds like an idea. I'm going to be severely lacking in troops for the Castilian fight. I wonder if he managed to bounce back quite well from the last one. Jake, don't forget about force limit. That's okay, we're making tons of money this time. Castile, yeah, their manpower is looking not bad, and their troop numbers, well, they'll probably bounce up in the upcoming war. Got our core in Granada and Andalusia. No problems here, boss. Yeah. Come to think of it, isn't Tech 18 quite important? Gallop, cavalry, improved maneuver. No, not important at all. Worthless, one could even say. Blockade efficiency, almost useless. And ships can repair loans. Good. Although the AI doesn't take naval attrition. Sometimes your ships do, even when they're on trade missions, despite what developers say. You're still streaming, Jake, you scare me. Hey, I got nothing to do today. It's my day off. 4-shock general. Unfortunately, that's got no fire involved. I want to keep my military tech for that. When's the re-election? 1 year time. Let's hope whoever follows you is better. Jake, confirm thalassocracy. Now we're talking, and we can enlist privateers while we're at it. But we won't. Embrace the counter-effort, form Italian nation. No, no, that one just cannot be allowed to be taken. Government change to despotic monarchy. If I ever take that, I am ending progress without autosave, because that will be a big mistake. Lightship cost, merchants, navy tradition, dip tech cost. That's all good. So what do we do with our 2 extra merchants now? And where did we get the other one? Why occasionally do I lose and regain a merchant? So who got lost? I'm going to transfer your trade power. Good. Makes a slight difference. Would I rather collect here or transfer? Oh, benign neglect. Doesn't matter what happens here. That's what matters there. I don't have much influence in Western trade nodes, so I don't think it's really worth pushing anything down there just yet. That still leaves me with a spare merchant. Could do Kiev. This isn't Kiev, is it? It's Crimea. Good. See if that makes much of a difference. Last time I made 112. This time 115. Wow, 3 ducats. I am clearly the master of trade. Right, not the best support limit there, but should be enough to get the quick kill on Castile. We're barely above force limit. What's happening to the world? You only play single player. Paradox don't test in single player. I think Paradox get a hard rap. An undeservedly hard rap. So hold on, are all my conversions possible? I just have to kind of wait them out. Makassar's got local autonomy, you're a religious centre, so I'll need a cathedral in Mecca. Again, local autonomy, and Constantinople, I'm working on the cathedral. It'll be ready when it's ready. Manpower starting to look a touch more respectable. No, hold on, I never thought about this. You're allied to... nobody. Good. And the one downside is... yeah, show superiority. You're probably going to sink one of their navies. At least one. And if any of my navies are in the same sea zone as yours, then I'm in a bit of trouble. But it doesn't look like they are. Let's just do it. We'll think later. Don't think. Feel. I want Timbuktu. Give it to me.